Worldwide Webbers, what's going on? Hey, anybody out there getting a little tired of being blasted all over the internet by people wanting to claim that the CDC has reduced their deaths to some magical new low number? I've seen this everywhere. I'm sure many of you have as well. I'll tell you what, I've seen it explained to people who still want to argue it. It's amazing. But then again, it is the internet, and some people are so busy looking for a conspiracy that if the truth were a 2x4 hitting them in the face, well, they definitely would never see it coming. They wouldn't know what the hell it was that hit them. But yeah, okay. So this notion that people would put it like this: the CDC has reduced their numbers down to 39,000 instead of 70,000 or whatever. This gets updated. It gets updated every week, and so this would be through 5/2/2020. Let's take a quick look at this. So, as it's been pointed out to many, I'll just kind of go through it. 39,910 deaths. Wow, where are all the missing deaths? Let's go take a look. Understanding the numbers. Oh, that would be a place to start, wouldn't it? Provisional death counts in COVID-19. Provisional death counts deliver our most comprehensive picture of lives lost to COVID-19. These estimates are based on death certificates, which are the most reliable source of data and contain information not available anywhere else, including comorbid conditions, race, and ethnicity, and place of death. How it works. Tell me how it works. Come on with it. Let's hear it. This is good. The NCHS uses incoming data from death certificates to produce provisional COVID-19 death counts. These include deaths occurring within the 50 states and the District of Columbia. COVID-19 deaths are identified using the new IC-10 code. When COVID-19 is reported as a cause of death, or when it is listed as a probable or presumed cause, the death is coded as U071. This can include cases with or without laboratory confirmation. Why these numbers are different. Provisional death counts may not match counts from other sources, such as media reports or numbers from county health departments, or our counts often track 1 to 2 weeks behind other data for a number of reasons. Okay, give me a reason. Death certificates take time to be completed. All right, okay, I can imagine. There are many steps involved in completing and submitting a death certificate. Okay. Waiting for test results can create additional delays. Test results? You mean so like some of these provisional or presumed deaths, they may actually report it initially as a presumed death and then wait for test results? That's hey, I'm not saying that's what happens, but hey, it could happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the name of accuracy, this could be going on out there. So when you see presumed deaths added into, let's say, the worldometer death tolls, and it makes you frustrated and you can't live with the idea of several thousand presumed deaths, but you can live with an estimate of flu deaths from 29 to 69,000 or 65,000, whatever it is. You're perfectly okay with that, but yet you seem to have a problem with 5,000 to 7,000 presumed deaths. It looks like they may actually be waiting on test results to come in before submitting the death certificates as well. I mean, what other test results would they be waiting for? Anyway, states report at different rates. Currently, 63% of all U.S. deaths are reported within 10 days of the death of of the date of death, but there is significant variation among jurisdictions. So that means 37% of all U.S. deaths are not reported within 10 days of the date of death. So on May 2nd, up here, we don't have 37% of the deaths yet. Let's look at that real quick. So if on May 2nd we didn't have 37% of the deaths and we only had 63% of the deaths, and 39,910 was 63% of the deaths, that means that we would have 39,910 deaths out of 63,349. All we have to do is add that 37% in there to get the 63,349. Let's see here. So how many missing deaths is that 37%? Okay, so that was 23,439 deaths that were missing in that 37%. It takes up to 10 days to get. No, more than 10 days to get. Takes more than 10 days to get 37% of deaths that are not reported within 10 days, which is 23,439. Let's take a look at one more thing here. So we've got 37% of deaths that are not reported within 10 days of the date of death. Well, we just saw that's 23,000 some odd deaths. And then it goes on to state that it takes extra time to code the COVID-19 deaths. While 80% of the deaths are electronically processed and coded by the NCHS within minutes. So in other words, once the deaths are reported within 10 days to the NCHS, it then takes extra time to code the COVID deaths, because 80% of them are coded within minutes, but 20% of them are not coded within minutes and takes an average of 7 days. So now, whereas it took up to 10 days to get the 37% of deaths reported, it's going to take another 7 days potentially to manually code the COVID-19 deaths, or at least 20% of them. So now 20% of the missing 37% is going to take 7 days longer. Let's see how many that is. Oh, that's 4,687 deaths. 20% of the 37% that doesn't. Okay, so 37% doesn't show up within 10 days. And then when they finally do show up, it takes an additional 7 days to code 20% of them manually. So you still have 4,687 deaths that take longer. So let's go back. Let's see. We've got 23,439 and 4,687. That's going to be 28,126 deaths. Plus the 39,910 that's been reported. It's going to be 68,036 deaths on May 2nd. By May 2nd. Well, let's see how that looks. What did I say? 68,000 deaths by May 2nd. And what's reported in more or less real time, 67,444. Looks like we pretty much found our missing deaths, all associated with delays in reporting through the NCHS. Okay, I think we might have figured something out. If not, let me know. Tell me something's wrong with my math. Catch you later.